Ho, ho, hello, and welcome to the All About the Balls podcast Christmas special. We've made it to a second Christmas special, which is both surprising and exciting at the same time. And we do have an amazing show ready for you today that should see you round Christmas Eve preparations and all those terrible moments across the next few days when you're stuck with family who you don't really like and you need to nick off to the toilet to have a quick listen to something entertaining. But before
I don't think it's the podcast they're going to be listening to, mate. That's the situation.
We should update our iTunes description, actually. That's amazing. The podcast you take to the toilet.
Explicit.
Yeah. But before we get stuck into what should be an awesome show, let me introduce you to the talent and the looks of the show. I'll let you decide which one is which. Lads, gentlemen, how are we? Boise, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
How are you, Ian? How are you, Ian?
How are you? I'm good. I have broken up for Christmas, so I am currently on the planning Christmas dinner and trying to get everything sorted.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
I'm also frantically planning Christmas dinner.
Yeah, mate. How many have you got coming around for Christmas dinner? You just say
just a small, intimate 19 adults and 6 kids.
Sorry, how many? Say that again. Sorry.
19 adults,
yeah.
6 kids. Which
that's not many kids.
You just forget You're right. I mean, let's bring more kids. If anyone's got kids that have got nowhere to go, let's even the numbers up, Ian.
This isn't outreach. It's fucking...
Yeah, 19 plays 6 is not a great ratio. I granted. Yeah. So, but it's daunting. It's the 10 kilograms of vegetables and the 12 kilograms of meat. No, 14 kilograms of meat that I've got lined up.
It sounds like sort of an episode of Welcome to London Zoo or something like that. Like they're feeding the cheetahs.
I know.
That's
just tossing
Mate,
a big bird around.
I don't think I know 19 adults who I would invite to my house.
I don't
know you two well. I wouldn't invite you two round. I mean, I could two of my better friends.
I mean, after Wednesday, I will. I mean, there's people I don't even know who are coming. So
bloody hell, man, that is insane.
There aren't. I know everyone that's coming. I'm just joking. I mean, but yeah, so all good. All good. Just prepping.
Any vegetarians? Any vegetarians?
Yeah, there's turkey.
Yeah, I mean that's a white meat.
There's plenty of white meat. There's pork and turkey.
It's not venison, for Christ's sake.
It's basically the vegan. Turkey is the vegan of all the meats, really.
Stick them down one end of the table, mate. Stick them down one end of the table. Stick them in the other room.
No vegetarians that I know of. So, but we'll see. If basically even all the vegetables have got some form of pork in them or something. Yes. There's bacon in everything and butter in everything. So there's no vegan or diet or vegetarian action there.
Well done. Very inclusive for you.
Just in case,
everyone who likes meat's coming. It's very inclusive.
Just in case people are wondering, you haven't accidentally tuned into the Jamie Oliver podcast. This is actually a sports podcast. But two things that just come to mind, though, as you say that, those 19 people, if they are not already subscribers to the show, please make sure when they arrive and are taking their shoes off at your house, they are also subscribing to the podcast. We could definitely do with those 19 listeners. And speaking of listeners, I had to tell you the story just before we came on air this evening. I was sitting with my wife and they said, we're talking about like what needs to be done tomorrow and preparations and shopping and all that kind of stuff. And I said, look, I've only got 5 minutes because I've got to start recording the podcast in 5 minutes. So, you've only got me for 5 minutes. As if I'm some big talent or something like that. That's going to be called to the stage. I said, look, I've only got 5 minutes. She said, well, look, actually, I need to call my sister Sammy back in 5 minutes anyway. So I'm busy as well. And then she went on, and at least in my discussion, I'll have at least you'll know there'll be one active listener on my call compared to yours.
Oh,
I was like, I'm really hurt.
Harsh.
She demanded a high five, and I couldn't leave her hanging. But at the same time, I was kind of crying inside a little bit. So,
did you high five her?
I did, but I don't actually. I kind of. I've told that we're going well off topic here, but one of the funniest.
This the whole agenda. Throw it.
I know, mate. This is as if we had an agenda.
This is talk about the times we've had to high five. I didn't want to.
I don't know if you guys. Next time, you're in the same room as Jossie. please go for a high five, because the funniest thing will happen. Jossie is very good at individual sports, but does not like team sports. So she's never really learnt to high five. So what she does when she high fives is she just goes from like her hand at the side of her body straight up in the air to the apex where you're meant to meet.
Oh.
So it looks very
She does
much,
the adult high five.
Mate, she looks like she's saluting Adolf Hitler. It is absolutely, this straight arm just goes up. There is no like swing back and Need for Speed. It is hilarious. And I just do it to her
If you
now.
left her hanging, then she would just be doing the German
Seriously,
salute.
I've done it in public, and there are people who turn and look and go, what the hell is going on?
Incredible.
Just leave her hanging. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway.
Talking about being left hanging, for our listeners from last year, they will remember that our Christmas special was based around Christmas dinner. And we came up with some excellent links.
Oh, yes.
And some extremely tenuous links
You thought they were
to
tenuous.
sports personalities and sports people relating to each piece of Christmas dinner. So we thought we'd mix it up with our new host. And we want to go back to a long time ago. And we want to talk through the whole nativity scene based around sports personalities. I've no idea if this is going to work. I'm pretty confident it won't. But we'll give it our best shot. We have also, this is Ian's idea, was to link it to a drinking game because it's Christmas. So if we can't come up with one, or it's not very good, you're going to have a sip of your beer.
What are we drinking?
Finger of your beer.
What are we drinking tonight, lads? Lads, you're out drinking tonight? What are you drinking?
I'm on Burnt Mill, Citra and Cascade Session IPA.
Very nice.
I'm on a little known beer called Corona.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, it's that Mexican craft brewery, isn't it?
That's the one.
For me,
Not broken, fix it, I always say.
exactly,
Keep it going.
Exactly. For my sins, I'm drinking a nice little local brew this evening from Mad Squirrel, and this is their Sumo. Very nice, very nice. We are open for sponsorship, but I don't know if we've made that clear before. So let's get going. And remember, gents, you can pull a Christmas cracker whenever you like. So do feel free to shout out. But so we're going to do major characters from the story of the Nativity who we think are sports stars, or their associated sports stars. It will become clear as we go through it. Apologies now for any offence we are about to cause. It is all done in the interests of ratings and self-publicity. So we'll start with, which I think could be my most controversial one, actually, Mary.
Right.
Oh, good.
Mary,
right.
Gents.
He's gone straight in.
I've gone straight in there.
I would have danced around the shepherds and stuff for a while.
We can do, if you want to. No.
Let's hear your Mary.
It all started with her.
It all started with Mary. So what have we got for Mary, lads? Mother of Christ.
You go first, because you said it's controversial. Yeah, I'm intrigued.
All right. I've been Billy Big Balls right up until now. But now it comes to actually saying this out loud to even a small audience. So I've gone for Maria Sharapova.
Okay.
Right.
Because both of them are convicted cheats, surely. Like there is. I know that Mary managed to convince Joseph that she was touched by the hand of God and whatever, and it was a virgin birth. I'm sorry.
This could be our shortest podcast ever.
So personally, I've gone for the cheating woman, Maria Sharapova. On that pop show.
Right. Mine's a little bit more even keeled, I'm going to say, than the convited cheat that is.
I mean, I say
Sharapova.
convicted. I don't think Mary is actually convicted, but
yeah, I think she got away with it, didn't she?
But only because Facebook didn't exist. So
Facebook, right? Boise, who are you going with? I'm not even going to go down.
I struggled with Mary, so
so did Joseph.
Sorry. So
judging by the stories,
I've gone for Simone Biles, the gymnast, American gymnast.
Excellent,
because she delivers on the floor. So that was.
Nice, I like
that
it.
is both not as bad and yet worse than me saying Marie Shepherd.
So, no, I like it.
Nice.
That is good.
Nice.
Actually, that is
very
witty.
That is witty.
Very clever. One point to Ian so far. Sorry, not that it's a competition, but 1 point to Ian.
It is,
I've gone for a hot topic. Fallon Skerrick.
Oh.
The
female
shooting to fame darts woman, because it's an absolute miracle in terms of no one expected it. No one was going to think this would happen, and she keeps on delivering time and time again. So I'm going for Fallon to this is gonna end badly. I think I'm gonna have a sip of beer for that one. I'm taking one for two.
No, mate, I like what you've done there. I've
gone for Fallon. There. So, I mean, miraculous performance. She keeps delivering, and I think she's going to win the darts championships.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't. Look, I'll be honest with you. I have not read for a long time the Bible. I don't remember there being any mention at the birth of Christ of someone in the corner going, "Mary requires 26." but
oh yeah, but there was doping, right? Just to be clear,
no.
If we're going to throw stones, which is a whole different story in the Bible, I don't think we should be going down this hole.
All right,
I'm going to go Boise on the first round.
Yeah, I think Boise gets that one. So who's Mary?
Simone Biles.
Simone
Biles is our Mary. Lovely. Always delivers on the floor. Fantastic. Let's go then. Let's move quickly to her husband, her partner in crime, Joseph the carpenter. Lads, who did we? I've gone a bit to take this one, but Gareth, who have you got?
I'm going to go Ed Woodward.
Ed, really? Okay.
I think it's a vice president, executive director, whatever his bloody job title is at Man United. He always seems to be standing next to someone that does know what they're doing. He doesn't have a clue, and he keeps popping up and just doesn't have a clue what the fuck he's doing all the time and why he's there. But he seems to always be there. And I'm going to go Joseph Ed Woodward.
Ed Woodward, I like that, mate.
I
like that
very
much. Very much.
Ian, over to you.
So I've gone with a similar Man United connection. So my view, I thought about what does Joseph actually do, and he doesn't do anything in the Nativity story. He's not the father. All he does is drags Mary along on a donkey,
right,
and they shack up in a stable, and he does nothing. But he's one of the lead characters, so he's completely overrated. Everyone wants to be him, but he doesn't do anything. Paul Pogba.
I knew you were going to say that. Your story built up to
good.
This is definitely going to be Pogba. Definitely Pogba.
Very good.
Did Joseph have bad hair like Paul Pogba? Or
Absolutely.
I'd love it if he just had a blonde peroxide apart while he was standing there watching the perth. It makes no sense at all why he's got it.
I love that. Joseph added no value.
I do like that.
It's kind of like Indiana Jones in Rage of the Lost Ark. Actually, Indy does not do anything in that movie whatsoever.
Makes no sense.
So I've gone for, this is a bit random. This is a little bit random, but there is a theory to the madness. So I've gone for Joe Bryant, who is the father of Kobe Bryant, the famous all-star NBA player over in the States. So Kobe Bryant, absolute legend, hero, star of many a basketball game. His dad Kobe used to play basketball as well, and was sort of a professional and sort of pretty well respected. But just like Joseph and Jesus, It's the son that's gone on to do bigger and better things. So Joe Bryant, people know him for sure, but he's not as famous as his son.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
All right, I'll take that. That's good.
So
yeah, that's good.
So you go.
Yes, I'll take that.
I think it's Pogba. And I think Boyce's got that.
Yeah, let's go Pogs. Let's go Paul Pog.
I think Boyce is owning this.
He's so far. It's an Ian Nativity show with some characters trying to audition. But speaking of fathers, I'm going to throw a cracker in there. I'll throw a Christmas cracker question.
Love it.
So, question.
Right.
Point to the winner, obviously.
Oh, right.
And if both of you get it wrong, you both have to have a finger. Over festivities in the early 1970s were ruined by the sacking of his father as a manager during the family's Christmas Day lunch. Was it A, Arsene Wenger's father, B, Roberto Mancini's father, C, Jose Mourinho, or D, Gianfranco Zola, whose dad got sacked on Christmas Day in the 70s from his managerial job?
What are the options again, mate? Wenger?
Still Wenger,
Mourinho.
Mancini, Mourinho, Zola.
1970s, what? Yeah, 50 years ago. Could actually...
You do the maths. You do the maths. I'm going to have to press you for an answer.
So Mancini, Wenger, Zola...
Mourinho, Zola.
Okay, I'm going to go Mourinho.
You've got Mourinho, mate. I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to go Zola.
I didn't think Zola was born. That's why I didn't go for him.
He wasn't, so that'll go 1-2 Ian. That's incorrect. Jose Mourinho. I mean, there's immaculate conception, and then there's not being born at all. So
I was going to go for Zola.
I didn't realise you had to be born
and then you did
at
the maths.
The time.
And then you did the maths.
I didn't do the maths. So, that's the problem, mate. I did not do the maths.
But yeah, so...
Nah, this is the Boise show.
Apparently, Jose Mourinho's father was sacked from his job on Christmas Day in the 70s.
Was he a football manager? Oh. Or just like
maybe football manager. Yeah. He wasn't made redundant down at the local plant in Porto. No, he was a football manager who got the sack.
Very good.
Nice.
So very similar to his son many years later at Old Trafford over the festive season.
Of course.
Well, it's nice to keep these traditions going, isn't it? So,
well, exactly. You know.
So okay.
The Queen's speech, a sacking. It's all part of the process of Christmas Day.
Now, I reckon we leave Baby Jesus for the climax, so to speak, of this little nativity play. So, how about we go to the donkey? A key character in the nativity.
Ian, as you have the floor, because winner stays on, you can go first.
Excellent, thank you. So I've gone for Tom Curry. England rugby player, mainly. He's a workhorse, and he was carrying the big names during the World Cup. So he's my donkey.
Love it.
He's your donkey. Oliver?
Okay, so at the time when I wrote this down, I thought I was being quite clever. Now that I'm about to say it, I don't think this is quite as good as it was. So I've gone for Balotelli.
Managing expected. Right.
I've gone for Balotelli. Right. And the reason why is because I was actually doing a bit of research here and looking up like what are the characteristics of a donkey. And hardworking is absolutely one of them. So I get your Tom Curry thing there. However, the big thing about a donkey is its stubbornness. Absolute stubbornness. And I think this is where Balotelli's career has gone awry, because he's just so stubborn and will not do what's good for the team or what's needed, won't listen to advice, won't change. Stubborn. Incredible talent, and then just never really made the most of it. So for me, he is a donkey.
All right. Yeah, I'll take that.
One little piece of exciting insight. He was where was it? Brescia, and he's been told by the owner there that he can leave in January because he's not up for the scrap of a relegation battle. He doesn't want to leave. He's just been told, look, you're not really up for this, are you? You're not. It's not really your kind of scene. And when asked,
that's class, isn't it?
Yes, it's class.
I mean, you've coined a career when you go, mate, I know you're not going to do this.
Yeah,
you're just like, you cannot be asked. I can see. No one knows. You can see.
We know this is not for you. So the owner of Brescia is the ex-Leeds owner. And when he was asked recently why Balotelli had been dropped, he said, "What can I say? He's black and he's working to whiten himself, but he has great difficulties in doing this." And I'm like, this is amazing. It has nothing to do with him being a donkey, but it's just amazing. Some of the shit that comes out of these people's mouths.
Italian football is just, this is a whole different topic, but it's just
crazy.
bonkers, right?
Just crazy. So my nomination for donkey in the nativity story is Balotelli, because he's so stubborn.
Right.
Played.
Okay, so I'm going to go for my donkey is Jordan Henderson.
Okay.
All right. Hear me out. Hear me out as I roll this one out. He is by far the worst footballer in that squad, and he is surrounded by, right now, quite frankly, a bunch of incredible racehorses who are just dominating everything they turn up to do. And there's a donkey who somehow is still managing to be around, never mind be around, he seems to sort of be in the front, which is a miracle. And he's getting to live trophies that I don't even think, he should be even in the squad for, and he is doing that, but he is definitely a donkey amongst a beautiful pack of horses doing their thing, and it's just the whole thing is just ridiculous. So I'm going Jordan Henderson because I think if you ever think someone shouldn't fit, who's now the Liverpool captain, and he's actually carrying the captaincy in one of the biggest clubs in the world, but shouldn't be, is the donkey. Jesus and Mary should be coming on a beautiful horse, and they came in on the donkey. So I'm going that. Jordan Henderson is carrying.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that. I like what you've done there, mate. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I think you can take the point for that.
Ridiculous.
It gives me great pleasure it gives me great
Didn't like it that much.
pleasure to put Henderson where I think he deserves to be. So I'll take that.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Nice.
Very good.
Well, look, before we move on, I'm going to pull a Christmas cracker with you. So, question for you guys, and this is going to be fingers on buzzers, okay? Fingers on buzzers. Now, for those people who've been listening to the show for a while, you will know that we have had a love-hate relationship with the UEFA Nations League as evolved. But the final did take place during the summer. But, gentlemen, who won?
I got that.
Go on.
Portugal.
Yes, Boise, quick fingers, nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
What have you heard about him? How do you know he's quick fingers?
I'm not touching that one. Boise takes a 2-0 lead in the Christmas cracker.
He's taken it. He's got two in nativity. He's got a 2-0 lead. It's his first Christmas festival, and he's having an absolute time.
Absolutely, I tell you what.
He's turned up for the big show. He's here for the big show.
Rookie of the year stuff.
Okay, so where are we going? Where are we going on this? Strange, weird.
How about Shepherd or Shepherds?
All right. Yeah.
What have we got there, gentlemen? The Shepherds.
Well, winner stays on. Winner stays on. So I'll take this one to lead off.
Go on.
Russia Erasmus.
Oh, okay.
Got sent out into the wilderness to corral a bunch of zebras and giraffes and all kinds of sheep and all kinds of stuff that was kicking about out there, and he managed to turn what was a woeful squad into a Rugby World Cup winning side in a matter of 18 months.
Yeah.
So he shepherded them back in, brought them back to the light, and I think for that, Rassi is my shepherd for this nativity this year.
I think that's very good.
Yeah.
That is going to take some beating. Actually, that is going to take some beating.
Yeah, I'd go with you, Ollie, because I was clutching at straws on my shepherd.
Right. Well, look, I've tried to be clever, and this is not going to work. So I think this might be Lautenberg for another win.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Okay, so I don't know if you saw this story. Okay, I need to explain the context here and the tenuous link. So, shepherds, they have various different pieces of kit and equipment. One of those things that they need sometimes is a crook. Another type of crook is
Maria Sharapova.
Sorry. A little bit obsessed.
Sorry, Karen.
Another type of crook is someone who steals. And recently, over in France, Lamine Diaby Fadiga stole his teammate Casper Dolberg's £60,000 watch from the changing rooms because he was jealous of his success. So, my shepherd is Lamine Diaby Fadiga because he's a crook.
I quite like it.
Maybe my Wi-Fi dropped out because I can't hear the applause. But
no, I'm going to give you that for pure creativity points.
And from the research point of view,
I think absolute genius. Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean,
are you sure? Because I thought
actually, I will give you that. No, I'll give you that for
good, but
for.
All right, but that's very
for
kind.
Pure creativity.
They were both actually very good, but I think Ollie takes it.
I'd actually already written down Erasmus, but okay,
it's awkward.
It's great.
It's awkward.
It's nice.
But has anyone got an angel before we go in? Are we doing angel?
Yes, I've got an angel.
Have you got one in?
I'm not overly happy with it, but
no, me neither. But when it stays on, Ollie, so you can lead.
All right,
you're first on the team.
So here's my drive. I've gone for Jose Mourinho because he is a special one.
Right.
He is a special one, and he seems to be immortal as well.
What are you thinking?
He's shit.
He's absolute shit. Rubbish. Sorry, rubbish. Can't explicitly. Sorry, Jose Mourinho. Go on.
No, Jose, because he's the special one. He's the special one. He's immortal. He's special. And that's just basically... mate, I'll be honest with you, I thought about that 2 minutes before we came on air. So. I was scratching around.
It's worrying when you put your hand up and went, yeah, mine's quite good. Because Ian and I both went, we're not strong.
I'm happy to put mine forward.
Anyway.
Jose Mourinho, because he's the special one. You've just gone from the very elaborate, very thought-out story to... Yeah. Jose Mourinho because he's a special one.
Mate, I've been Christmas shopping in London all day with my 5-year-old, just me and her. And what started off as a beautiful daddy-daughter day turned into, like Lord of the Flies. It was absolute carnage.
Carnage. Well, it's your own fault. Yeah. I've gone Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay.
Doesn't ever seem to do too much wrong. Guides that City side through whenever they're in the Duango. He seems to do something, and he's just an absolute genius. That is, sometimes I think he's from the big guy upstairs who's been sent down, and that is why Kevin De Bruyne, that lovely strawberry blonde Belgian wizard angel man, is my angel.
I know we were mocking Mourinho quite a lot. However, I feel Mourinho is still in second place after that.
Well, he's first place. He was only he's still in first place. I mean, if he's still in second place, then you just said mine's better, but it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You do the math.
Yeah. As it's clear, I can't do the math.
Watch, Ian's going to go, mine's terrible. You've just been woeful.
I don't think mine... Yeah, I'm not overly happy with mine, but I went for the down the route that the angel spread the word of the birth of Jesus, commentated almost, I would say. So my angel is Jonathan Agnew for what was an excellent summer for the angel. So
can I be honest? I get goosebumps when I hear that man's name. I actually do, because it brings back memories of the summer, and actually of just watching cricket and listening to cricket. And I think, my God, if anyone deserves to be the angel, I think it's Jonathan Agnew.
The other one was Ian Smith, who was the barest of margins. So
cook while you're ahead.
Mate, I mean, You have absolutely, mate. You have played a blinder there. Not only have you've downplayed it, slow played us there. You've then absolutely rinsed us. That is a beauty. That is a beauty.
That's called hustling, right?
Thank you. I'll take it.
Just hustle. Oh, he's really bad, and then he's only pulled Agnew out. Yeah. You can't. How could anyone say no to Agnew?
I was going to say. I feel.
Agnew could have been all of them.
Yeah.
Fine. Mary, Aggers. Yep, you're in. Mary, definitely Mary.
Yeah. Right. So I'm going to pull a Christmas cracker as well while I'm in.
Nice. Well done.
So my questions all have a Christmas theme to them. So all the names are Christmas related. So have that in mind. So which Bath and England rugby player has 40 caps for England, 3 Lions caps from the 2017 tour of New Zealand?
Oh, Jonathan Joseph.
Very good. Nice. Straight in there. What was the Christmas link?
Straight in there.
Very good. You shouldn't be struggling over that bit.
Is that just happened? I looked up at the darts thinking I'm out of this whole quiz because I've lost this one. And you two... Ollie, come on, you're better than this, man.
Right.
You're the brains of this operation.
You do the math.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be my life. Next. So, speaking of being intelligent, should we go to the 3 wise men?
Very good, Link. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, I declare, I'm just going to, so boys, you can go first, but I declare I've gone 3 kings rather than wise men. Just putting it out there. Either's acceptable, I think.
That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So, I'm opening up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. When it takes.
So, I've gone for Owen Morgan as my first wise man king, bringing gold as a World Cup winner, and underrated. I think Owen Morgan is part in that. So, Owen Morgan's my first king. Second king, Eddie Jones, as his second. And I couldn't think of a third one, so the king bringing myrrh is Paul Merson.
Oh God, I hate Paul Merson. Literally, you could say any pundit in all sport, and I go, "That's all right." Paul Merson is just I have no time for. He's so biased towards Arsenal. It's ridiculous. He's so biased. Anyway,
go on then, Gareth. What are your 3 kings / wise men?
I'm going to go, mine's all football related. Gary Neville, just for wiseness,
right,
and just for comedy value. And I think he is an excellent pundit. Graham Souness alongside Neville because he brings frank and no sense, but he's quite funny to it. But thank you. But he, I think. Just those two as a pair, I can imagine them walking towards the Star, just having a grumble and just arguing about the structure of Man United and why it just doesn't make any sense. And then because he's an absolute legend, and I think it would be hilarious watching him turn up slightly confused but out of his depth, but still doing it. I'm going to go Peter Crouch as my third wise man because he is starting to be a pundit, so his wisdom is going through. He's got great stories, and I just think those 3 walking in the desert towards the Star would be hilarious as a trio. So that's why I've gone.
Yeah,
those are my 3 wise men.
That would be hilarious to see.
Souness, Neville, and Crouch on a whirlwind adventure would be amazing.
That'd be amazing. Absolutely amazing. So,
Oliver.
So that's good. Okay, so I've gone down the 3 kings route rather than the wise men. And my first thought was the 3 Barrett brothers who all play for the All Blacks. And then I thought, okay, because they're kind of like kings of their sport, but actually they're not really like Geordie Barrett's not that good. And I realised all I'd done really was just name
Bowden's average too.
Bowden. Well,
average. Average at best.
You could have him definitely, but I realised all I'd done there was just basically name triplets rather than actually 3 kings. So I've gone and looked at sportsmen whose nickname is the King, and we've gone with LeBron James.
Nice.
who's known as King James. We've gone with
original.
Yeah, those Americans. We've gone with I don't know if you've heard of this guy, a guy called Wally Lewis, who is his nickname is the King, and he just gets called the King. He is an rugby league down in Australia, absolute immortal hero of the game. Made the modern game what it is. He's called the King. And then this one's a bit of a stretch. Very famous, and I know you guys talk about him a lot on the WhatsApp group. Henrik Lundqvist, who is the New York Rangers goalkeeper from the NHL.
Oh, yes. King Lundqvist. Yeah,
King Lundqvist. King Lundqvist. So I've gone
Swedish,
down,
the Nordic king.
Yeah, exactly. It's like King Canute or something.
He's probably American or something. I'm just being really racist. Just going.
Weird surname, probably good in Scrabble. Yeah, it must be like Swedish or something. So there you go. LeBron James, Wally Lewis, and Henrik Lundqvist, because they're all
this is a tight one.
nicknamed the King.
This is a tight one. One of us has Googled it. One of us panicked at the end, and one of us thought it through. So,
you say panicked at the end. Bringing Paul Merson. You got it right.
No, me. I was talking. I panicked.
What was you panicking?
Because I hadn't thought of one until 5 minutes before the pod.
Oh, right.
Peter Crouch is a wise man.
Yeah, I mean, although I do like the idea.
He's a funny man. I wouldn't say wise.
I think what you've created there, Gareth, is actually a very funny TV show. I don't think it's going to work in the Nativity, but I do think we should get onto Sky Sports and see if we can actually produce that, because that would be hilarious.
Absolute genius.
I have to say, I think it's Boise again because of the way he's tied it to the gifts that they have brought. And I think that's actually quite
don't forget
subtle level of detail there.
I liked Gareth's franking no sense.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, well, can we have like one of each then? Can we have like one of each of our?
Okay, I'm going to let Souness into the mix. He's going in the mix.
Yeah, for the franking no sense.
All right, which is your favourite then of yours, Boise?
Paul Merson.
Paul Merson, and we'll go with LeBron James.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm walking away from this negotiation table with Paul Merson as one of my wise men on the bloody.
Well, the alternative was Peter Crouch, so I think actually.
I mean, the irony, I literally refuse to read any articles of him because I just think it's such crap. Anyway, don't bite, Gareth, don't bite.
Okay, so we're
Be the bigger man, walk away.
Walk away. So we're almost there, so I'm going to pull another cracker. So, fingers on the brothers.
Fingers on the brother.
Fingers on your brother. Right, have you got your fingers on your brother? Right, good. Okay, fingers on the other finger, put on the buzzer.
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Fingers on your brothers. Who was the runner-up at the 2019 Ballon d'Or? Who was the runner-up?
Sorry, who was
the runner-up at the 2019 Ballon d'Or?
I'll go Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, I was going to go Van Dijk. Okay, I'll go.
I mean, the buzzer concept's gone right out the window, hasn't it? But...
Well, sorry, my brother's not here. It's very hard to put my finger on him.
Oh, well played.
Thank you. I was going to go Van Dijk too. Can we share the point?
Yeah, you can share the point. If you want to risk it for a biscuit and go down the same line.
Paul Merson. Mike Gatting. Steve Gatting.
Steve Gatting. Let's
just go on.
Great.
Thank you. Right. Excellent centre back. Anyway, carry on. Who was it?
No, are you putting a bet in? Are you putting a name in?
Yeah, I'll go Verge. Go big Verge.
You're both right. Well played. Well played. Point each.
Well done.
Point each.
He's ridiculous, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, I know we're not doing. That bloke is just insanely good. Like,
I mean, no Peter Crouch.
Is he that good?
Ian.
Or has he just sorted out a very bad defence? Let's not get into this now. This is for an...
Does that not make him good? Anyway, you're right. Don't Don't bite, Gareth. Don't bite.
Mate, you wait till
Actually,
you've got 9...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the time to bite. This is the time to bite.
This is the first time in my life, and I'm not probably exaggerating, that I've actually backed a Liverpool player and tried to support him.
You are all over Liverpool.
And I've been shot down saying not time and place. Excellent. You're right. You're right, Ian. It's not the time and place. Move on.
Hey, Gareth, do you even recognise yourself anymore? You're putting up Paul Merson for nominations. You're supporting Liverpool players. What's happened, man?
I mean, what next? What next?
Mate,
You'll never walk alone.
Christmas,
You'll never walk alone.
Christmas time. Peace on earth. Peace on earth and goodwill to all Scousers.
Okay, I'm going to throw a cracker in there just to keep it.
Go on then.
But this is a bit more of a tactical thought process. Where does the original Christmas tree formation in football come from? So that's 4 at the back, 3 in midfield, 2 behind a lone striker. So the 4-3-2-1 formation. Where does that originate from? Is it Spain, Turkey, Brazil, or Holland?
Turkey.
That would have made more sense.
I was going to say, I just assumed you might have made it Christmas themed, so...
Well, it wasn't that the Christmas tree that was the Christmas theme?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I'm not mirroring. I mean, again, Googled 20 minutes before.
I'm having an absolute shocker.
I think it could still be Turkey. I'm going to go Holland then.
You are good at this, Ian.
Oh my
you
Lord,
are good
he
at
hasn't
this.
got another one,
The Dutch coined,
Really?
well, created the 4-3-2-1 formation. But yes, but for the purpose of the show, Turkey created it because I'd never let the truth stand in a good story.
Yeah, someone change Wikipedia quickly.
Oliver, well done. You win a point on that one.
That's what you say to the special needs kid in the corner. Like, well done, Oliver. That's it. No, stop eating the glue. Stop eating the glue.
Go on.
Well
yes. Stay away from the window. No, it's too far.
So I may as well pull a Christmas cracker as well as we're all doing it. So very quickly, which Christmas theme? Remember which South African test batsman played 48 times for South Africa? Last time in 2012, and he retired in 2017 after captaining Glamorgan for 2 years.
Wasn't Kepler Tinsel Vessels, was it?
It wasn't. It was Jacques the Red-Nosed Reindeer Rudolph.
He's on it.
Oh, well done, sir. Well played.
But very close with Kepler Tinsel.
I just need to pick a name and put Tinsel in the middle of it. And for some bizarre reason, Kepler Vessels. I think I've read a story about him getting back involved in South African cricket. Is he still alive? I don't even know if Kepler Vessels is still alive.
Kepler Tinsel Vessels.
Was that? I mean, that's what
he's only known as. You know what? I'm intrigued because he's only known as Tinsel to his mates. So I don't know how you.
I was going to say.
That.
I mean, that's what I've always called him.
On the WhatsApp group, he's just known as Tinsel.
Right, pipe down, Tinsel.
So, yes, Jacques, the Red-Nosed Reindeer Rudolph. Nice, that is good, though. You're very clever with your questions, too.
This is
very good. Very good.
Right,
okay, so what have we got left?
We're almost there, I think, lads, which is probably for the best. We've got King Herod,
yep,
sheep, an innkeeper if we can squeeze one out, and then the little baby Jesus.
This is when you're supposed to go to the toilet and listen to our podcast. Is that what you meant?
Yeah. This is the cue.
This is your clue.
Subliminal message. So, should we do sheep?
Yeah, I haven't got a sheep. So should we just throw in what we've got? So Ollie, you've got a sheep. So you go.
I've got a sheep. And I think, even though neither of you have one, I still might lose this one. So here we go. Hold tight. Hold tight. You got to have an answer. We need to explain the context. So sheep. I was thinking about sheep. They follow. Just a herd that follow. What's an amazing following? Amazing fans. Who have been some fantastic fans recently? The Icelandic football fans with their Viking cap. They are the sheep of the sporting world because they're great followers.
Okay, I've just thought of one.
What is better than that?
Because Paul Merson. Because he fell to the peer pressure and followed everyone into that habitual lifestyle they lived in the 90s. And he's never been to Iceland, and we can't have the Iceland fans as the winners of this one. So Paul Merson is our sheep.
Hang on, this is beginning to sound like a proper school nativity where one person's playing like 3 different roles, because we've got Paul Merson as a wise man and as a sheep.
Why don't we throw Cameron Bancroft in there as the sheep, because he just followed.
Well played.
Nice.
Well played.
God, for people who don't have any content, we've done a row with the sheep section.
Bloody hell. That is fantastic play, Boise.
It's on the fly. This, but we like it. We like it that way.
I am surprised that I guess it's because it's quite a positive story. We haven't got Dave Warner in there, but I guess there's no arsehole at the birth of Christ.
Well,
I was going to say, the only two I thought you were definitely going to try and
crowbar in
Israel Folau and David Warner, just so you could have an argument about it.
Well, that's where I needed to get him in. So I figured King Herod, no one likes him. No one thought he should be in power. He leads others astray. And by all accounts, he's a complete twat. So David Warner needs to be King Herod.
Brilliant. No argument there.
I mean, yeah, you win.
So
sometimes you just need to know when you go, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right.
You've won that. Yeah,
I mean, you had me a twat, so I don't know what the rest is.
Now, before we go to the big baby Jesus, any more? Do we have like innkeepers or any other animals?
I did get an innkeeper.
Love it.
I've got a bit of help with this one, but Nigel Ray, who is the Saracens chairman,
right.
And the basis around that is that he could always find room at the inn when others couldn't.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I thought you meant he was keeping all the good stuff in the back that no one could find in the barn. He's keeping the treasure and all that in the back and no one could find it, and then boom, it's out. Very nice. Everyone knows.
Very nice.
Everyone knows about Jesus. It's too fun.
So, before we go to then the climax of this of the Nativity, which is the birth of Christ, any more crackers?
I've got one more.
Go for it. You go.
This is again football. I didn't realise this. The Middlesbrough squad pulled a Christmas sickie by failing to appear for a game against Blackburn in 1996. What reason did the manager Brian Robson give? Was it A, the flu, B, Christmas hangover, C, food poisoning from a dodgy turkey, or C, their winless league run? So it's A, flu bug, B, hangover, C, turkey, D, can't win for love nor money.
They pulled out of a game.
Yeah, they didn't show up.
That would be amazing.
I'm not doing this.
If it was that last one.
I refuse.
Just like, we are shit. There's just no point.
We need to regroup. We need an extra week to prep for this because we are never going to win this.
Just don't bother risking yourself any injuries, lads. Don't bother turning up. I'm going to go food poisoning.
I would have gone food poisoning. So, what was the first one? That's flu. Yeah, I'll go flu.
Man flu.
I'll go flu.
Ian, another point to you. They pulled out of the game because they had a outbreak of man flu, basically, in a professional sport in the Premier League, the most watched paid sport in the world.
What, 11 of them got man flu?
Well, I mean, it spreads like wildfire in Middlesbrough. The flu.
Yeah, that's syphilis, I think.
Yes. Yes. So,
Right.
Yeah, apparently
well done.
Just didn't turn up.
Absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
So my last one, fingers on brothers.
Yes, gone.
Which country is oil wrestling the national sport?
Buzzer. Uzbekistan.
Talk me through the Christmas link.
Oh, shit, I forgot about the Christmas link. Can I unbrother? How do you unbrother?
No, you brothered. You fingered your brother.
Okay, wait.
Right. I mean, I'm just going to go Turkey then.
Correct.
I mean, that was pretty obvious.
I think I've answered Turkey to 4 of these questions.
But actually, I was interested in this, so I did a bit of research about oil wrestling, and
Is that what you had to tell your wife when she found your browser history?
exactly that's spot on.
For the pod. For the pod.
Orhan Okulu is the world champion. Yep. He was the world champion last year. But what made it interesting was apparently it was disputed because a number of VAR decisions went the wrong way, so much so that the previous world champion refused to ever compete again because he thought it was unjust, and the head of referees quit because of it. So it's
the Mike Dean quit.
It's amazing how oil wrestling mirrors the Premier League.
I mean, it's a slippery slope. It is a slippery slope.
You've been holding that in for a couple of minutes, haven't you?
Well, as soon as I had oil, it was just.
That is awful.
But that was an excellent, good Turkey linkage.
Very nice. Very nice there.
Okay,
right.
So, do we have any more crackers, or are we going to the big man?
I think let's go to the big man.
Let's go to the big man. Let's put people out there.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Who's got the T on the 18th? Who's got the T? I've lost track. Oh, we split it, didn't we?
Did we do Nigel Ray? I think the last one was Boise.
Right.
Did Nigel Ray?
Okay.
Yes.
So Boise, little baby Jesus.
So Ben Stokes for performs miracles, saviour of the Ashes, saviour of the World Cup, saviour of cricket.
Oh,
that's not strong enough, quite frankly. It's not strong enough.
I mean, let's not forget that he also punched someone in the face numerous times about 16 months ago.
I think that's one of Jesus' miracles, and he did the water into wine, and he beat up some.
Teach a man to punch, and you feed him for a night. Teach him how to fight properly, and you feed him for the next 14 years. That's Stokes' theory. No, I don't want to talk about. Sorry, it's the beer kicking.
This is Christmas, Gareth.
Oh, sorry.
Strong.
Well done, Stokes.
Strong.
Actually, he is a legend.
Strong opening there. He has performed several miracles. So, my take on little baby Jesus is that he was a late bloomer. Did nothing for 30 odd years. So we are to understand, and really then packed it in once he hit the big 3-0. So I've got a couple there. I was thinking about maybe Ricky Lambert. He didn't play his first Premier League game until he was 30, and I think often gets mistaken for Jesus. I was also thinking about Mike Hussey, who also came to Test cricket late. But actually, I'm going to settle upon the Finnish striker Teemu Pukki, who. He has had an absolute blinder with Norwich, but he's really old. Really, really old.
Is he, though? How old is he? Because he doesn't. I think he looks old.
He is old. Hang on, give me a second while I Google this shit. I don't know why I didn't have that stat to hand.
Teemu Pukki is 22. No, he's not. I don't know.
He's 29. He's 29.
I mean, he's an absolute has-been.
I'm going to change my answer to Ricky Lambert. Ricky Lambert, that's a better story. Ricky Lambert is Jesus Christ, because he's a late bloomer. There you go, done. Thank you.
I mean, okay, if we never do another podcast, you have just said, as a phrase, quote unquote, Ricky Lambert is Jesus Christ. Full stop, game over. That's it.
I like
religion
is about faith, so...
I like that Jesus was pretty quiet for 30 years.
Yes, yeah.
Just keeping himself to himself.
Just gained his experience, went to uni, did his stuff. Yeah. Kept himself to himself, I think it says.
The university, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, walking on water, changing stuff. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy what you can do when you get a bit of experience under your belt.
So David Blaine of his time.
I'm going to go with, this might seem like an obvious one for where I'm going to go with this, but I'm going to go that beautiful, blonde, long-haired, tiny man that is Faf de Klerk. If anyone could fit in the crib, it would be him. First of all. Secondly, if I just have an incredible visual when we did this whole plan of stuff of just him wrapped up, with now Valence Garrett and Ed Woodward looking over him, Jordan Henderson lurking over the top. It's just too good for me. I couldn't resist having Faf. But that man, again, has worked miracles. He has single-handedly and numerous games and situations brought everyone to the fore. He's brought South African rugby back into popularity and excitement. So from that, I'm going to go. And he has also met the Prince wearing a Springbok Speedo, and anyone that can do that deserves to be Baby Jesus in my nativity play.
I mean, it's strong. It is strong.
Yeah, I thought you finished strongly there, actually, which makes it difficult because I really want Ricky Lambert to be our Baby Jesus.
I think we all do. Although I have to say, I think, and I actually say that I'm beginning to hate Faf. It's just really annoying me. But
I'm not a big fan of Ricky. Let's not go down that road either, right?
What's it done to you? But there is something about the image of little baby Jesus in the manger there, under the moonlight, well, the starlight, wearing Springbok flag Speedos in the manger.
Nappy.
Yeah.
South African flag nappy at his birth. Boise, who did you have again?
Ben Stokes.
I mean, it's obviously that memorable that you've had to ask.
That's true. It's true. So that's the mad squirrel kicking in.
I'm quite keen on this one. I've given you Paul Merson for the love of all things sacred.
It's not about giving one another.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
It's literally about giving.
If ever a time it's about giving, this was the
It is
time.
not.
Right.
I think.
No. I want it to be fair. I want it to be fair.
Okay, Ricky Lambert.
Perfect. Excellent. Great. I hope Paul Merson and Ricky Lambert have a great day tomorrow.
No,
why do I care so much?
I'm going to go Faf.
Yeah, I think Faf gets my vote. Just because you have created that mental image in my mind, funnily enough, where I could just see Faf in the manger.
I'd agree.
Just for the record, do we know anyone that can Photoshop? Because I think if we can send them all these people and create that,
I think we need to.
I will get it blown up and I will have it in my house somewhere.
I think we do.
If you can get someone to do it, I will do that.
Of someone being able to do these faces on the nativity picture. I think maybe
we're on that. We're on that dad's group. Yes. We should bang it out there and go, this is our podcast. This is what we've done. Can you put this into a Photoshop?
We can then do an Easter special and do the Last Supper as well. We'll be in the Christian world.
Well, exactly. We're definitely going in a certain direction.
Right, so I just want to remind you.
Okay, so let's recap it. Who
do we have? We have as. Who did we go for? We went for. Where's her name? Simone.
Have you written
Simone Biles? Simone Biles. Good on the floor. Great work on the floor is Mary.
Delivers on the floor.
Delivers on the floor.
Good work on the floor.
Yeah, that's wrong. Delivers on the floor. Ed Woodward as Joseph, because he's always going to standing next to someone who's actually doing something important.
Yes.
And is better than him. We've got as.
Hang on, sorry, I'm going to interrupt. Wasn't Paul Pogba Joseph?
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was. He took a 2-0 lead.
Yeah. Oh, he was, wasn't he?
He did.
Sorry, mate. So let's start again. So Simone Biles as Mary, delivers on the
Pogba.
floor. Pogba as Joseph.
As Joseph.
We've then got
Donkey. Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Jordan Henderson as the donkey. We then had, I think, Razzie Erasmus was the favourite for the shepherd, but he got surpassed by the crook that is Lamine Diaby Fadiga.
What an nativity this is.
Unbelievable. It's like a Bob.
Who's playing the lobster? Who's playing the lobster?
The third lobster. It's like a Barbarians 15. This is amazing. So we've then got, as the three wise men, we've gone for Souness, Merson and LeBron James. Now, that is a night out. That is a night out right there. As the sheep, we've got Cameron Brancroft.
Yeah.
As Herod, we've got that wanker David Warner.
Who?
We've got then Nigel Ray as our innkeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
who's the angel?
Jonathan Agnew.
Aggers. That was it. Aggers is the angel.
Yeah.
That man. And then there's the little baby Jesus. We've got Faf in South African flag speedos, South African flag nappy.
I'll tell you what.
Pampers. Amazing.
Absolutely
amazing.
That's a hell of a scene.
That is one.
Can you imagine?
One hell of a Christmas party. That
The greatest story ever told.
wow. Okay, so we need to get some Photoshop action because this will be a memento forever in my pub in the future when I have space for a pub. I just want that above it, just the nativity of that.
Right, there we go. If anyone is listening who knows Photoshop or knows someone who knows Photoshop or anything like that, who's got a creative bone in their body, let us know because we would love to get this made up properly.
But
yeah.
Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure walking down this biblical road with you tonight.
It has been amazing.
I love both of you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas indeed.
Merry Christmas.
You filthy animals. So,
to all our listeners, Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you have a fantastic holiday period, whatever you're doing. And
indeed,
we will see you in the new year, I guess.
Yeah.
The next episode.
You'll hear us in the new year.
Amazing. Yeah. See you in 2020.
Well played, all of you. Go well.
Go well.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.